people showed up.
We're going to have Rich Villar open up the program. Then we're going to have Mariah, Akiri Tallie. Every year she adds another name. And then we're going to have Mariah. Bonafide's hair is going to come and introduce him.
Damn right.
Then we're gonna, all right, so Rich Villar. Oh, and today we're celebrating the birth of Rich's first collection of poetry. They are really excited to be here at Howard University.
Damn right.
The Mecca. And they're just wondering what happened to Biggie. Is he here? Rich Villar is the author of Comprehending Forever.
Yeah.
His first collection of poems from Willow Books. He directs Acentos, an organization fostering audiences and community around Latina literature. He has been quoted on Latino literature and culture by both the New York Times and the Daily News. And his poetry and essays have appeared or are forthcoming in Black Renaissance Noir, that's Quincy Troop's joint, Hanging Loose, Beltway Poetry Quarterly, and Southwester. I've known Bonafide for at least, Rich for at least what? 15,
at least
10 15 years?
12, 13?
Basically, I raised all these motherfuckers.
Not financially.
They suckled out the best of poetry.
Give them a journal.
Not even.
Hello Kitty on the front.
You gotta take a journal. You gotta take a journal.
So he's going to come with you from the Cuban, Puerto Rican perspective, his poetry. Well, this collection that he put out actually is kind of rare that you have a young poet, particularly a young male poet. Their first volume of poetry is just love poems.
Yeah.
Pablo Neruda did it back in the day, and now, in our day, is Rich Villar. Please welcome Rich Villar.
All right. How y'all doing?
Good.
Good. All right. Can y'all hear me? Everybody in the back? Okay. Yes, I'm not. Yeah, I'm very Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Very loud.
What are you talking?
Good. I thought what I would do is read a new piece to kind of start out, which don't have anything to do with love unless you love Spanglish. And this is a little bit of an introduction as to where I'm more or less where I'm from. And this is called Improvisation on Spanglish after Robert Pinsky. I know, right? Robert Pinsky?
Poet laureate?
Yeah, former poet laureate of the United States.
Like so.
I am in complete agreement. Acho sí. Abbreviated muchacho, which means boy, plus a C for yes, as in yes, boy. Acho sí. That surely is an amazing pastel. Acho sí. Mira qué clase de pastel, qué grandecito. Look at the size of this damn pastel. Imagine being drowned in green bananas and root vegetables with names your children do not know until your fingers bleed. Add pork. Acho sí. This is a pastel. I am in complete agreement. The word grandecito is the diminutive form of big and does not exist. But in Puerto Rico, there are big diminutive things like your cousin Manny, who we call grandecito de cariño, not gordo, not fat, grandecito de cariño, the little big man from the place of affection. Desde un lugar de amor, or what your tío uncle calls aquel viejo motel. That old motel in La Ruta 46 on Route 46, where he used to take your tia, aunt, on diner runs after the Polish church in Garfield converted its meeting hall into a salsa club. Not far from where Manny was born soon thereafter. Immediately he breaks into song. Aquel viejo motel trae recuerdo el día que te hice mujer. Tú te negabas, yo insistiendo. Pero después fuimos cayendo al dulce abismo que pretendes esconder. And then he cackles and grabs your tia's ass on the way to the cocina. La cocina, the place where all memories begin. La sala, the place where Manny used to watch Thundercats. Acho sí, tia says. Ese fucking muchacho. Every day at 4 with the same shit. La misma mierda. Did you know he used to get in trouble for telling the other kids he was the Lord of the Thundercats? And they had to respect what he told them. No sé dónde sacó esa mierda, which means he ain't get that shit from my side of the family. I hate that song, she says. I am in complete agreement.
Yeah.
So there is a melange of languages that happens in my work. You'll hear some of that in this book, but as Tony said, this is a book of love poetry. You know, because love is part of life, you know. And this is a good, I feel, a good debut. And as I said, so try to be in conversation with Neruda, although it's very difficult to be in conversation with Pablo Neruda. But this is my attempt at it. I'm going to give you sort of a, you know, overview of the book. And you know, those poems I don't read, you can buy. It's all good. This is the story, more or less, of a relationship that happened to me in 2012. And, what's that? Oh, Suki Suki, indeed. Well, and it goes sort of in chronological order. And there are a series of introductory poems that are sort of introduction to the relationship. And then there are a series of obads, which I'll tell you about. Then a series of ars poeticas. And then the last movement kind of goes through Puerto Rico. And the book is dedicated to my late brother and sister. And here we go. Here's the prelude. At night, you chase the sunrise. At daybreak, you covet the brightening moon. Every 8 minutes, the sun ignites and extinguishes every sacred point and holy city in every world you know and those you don't. You are already dead. You are already born again. Be still, amor. God desires passage, and you are her compass. All right. This poem is in the Bach form. The Bach was a form originated by the African American poet Afa Michael Weaver, one of the original elders from the Cave Canem collective. Cave Canem. All right, cool. Woo woo woo.
Okay, only us.
All right, it's only us. It's all right.
Slackers.
Bach, first meeting. The treads of my shoes do not grip the sidewalk. My hands are heavy. My hands remember the cold glass, the swirling. I have to go. All of her inhaled in one cool breath. Love is another word for walking away. Rain standing on my skin. You have to go. I smile anyway. The world I know is a world much too slow. If you can't move fast enough, child, better stay on the low, child. What do I do with all this rain? Collect it from my face. Hang it in a tree on Simpson Street. I want you without dial tones to distract me. Don't be distracted. The moon rises and drives south along the river. I want to be loved on my feet. Love me with no red lights. We have written this book already. The world I know is a world much too slow. If you can't move fast enough, child, better stay on the low, child. I don't know which direction your house is. Not sure I want to. I want to point to Puerto Rico in June, dip my toes in Loquillo water. Ours is slow method, moon girl. I will come to you with head low, 3 a.m. insomnia, perfect Bustelo, night, bridge, city lights. The world I know is a world much too slow. If you can't move fast enough, child, better stay on the low, child. Here's a sonnet.
Holla.
Holla. Yeah, English form. Sonnet. Sonnet for a waistline. I call it La Costa de mi Cariño. Named for summer, border, home. Olvidando de que soy yo marino. My hand is eager, my skin, my bones sue for sustenance. Running my fingers through Zen garden, tracing your hips and collarbone, the scent of rain lingers from belly to spine to heel to lips to home. Your waist a salve, a healing concoction soothing tightness from chest. The soundtrack is Corcovado, the ceiling a map to a rainforest, this bed our test. Praise to your navel, deconstructing time. Praise to your waist, the perfection of wine.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
She's
beautiful.
married, leave her alone.
I know. They can't help themselves.
Yeah.
She's on vacation.
I got you. She's on vacation. Oh Lord. I got you.
Yeah, right? Security?
You know it.
Security! Alright. Here's one called Only Now. This is after Philip Levine's Call It Music. You don't like when I bring things back to you, but this is what happens when you are the moon. We are sitting in a parked car in Jackson Heights, the playground's muted green settling into sunset, and now I wonder what color your panties are.
Whoa.
While discussing Levis's Those Graves in Rome, openly fantasizing about visiting Rumi's tomb, in a country where no one calls him by that name, suddenly you say, red.
I knew it.
He's a communist.
Was.
His draw.
And there is no one alive now or in the deep breaths which follow, only you beneath this city-funded street lamp, regal, lit the way photographers used to light Grace Kelly. Years later, or tomorrow, I will suggest that your breath on my neck is medicine, is peace, depending on the hour of your coffee, 8 a.m., 11 p.m., in a fishnet bodysuit or a pink flannel. I am in mourning or in love, depending on answers I am unprepared to hear. How does grace spring between these bricks? How does God drop Stan Getz's saxophone into my trembling hands? How do we kiss through sleepless Wednesdays? How do I find a face in your lifeline? My heart is a distressed compass. You cannot command it. I cannot lead you into my dream. Only now can I pour cherry wine over everything you ever doubted and drink it completely. All right, here is a poem called Transgression, after Dorian Lux's Anti-Lamentation, and, well, you know, transgression. It is a slow kiss climbing, then descending. It is a slow eye closing behind your navel. I marvel at your abdomen quivering, a congregation of neurons crashing against the shoreline of your waist. I am playing the cuatro again, the notes resonating in my fingers. Choirs raise their hands to God, who you have already called once. I am breathing poems into your neck. You breathe a book back into the air, pages burning, rising and falling in Spanish. Ay, papi, te necesito. Así, mi amor. Sí, papi. Mamita, no te apures. Tenemos la noche entera.
Whoa.
And we do have the entire night. Two spines, collarbones, your breasts against my chest, fingertips and slow grind, bundle of pulses, heartbeat, keeping time, lips and tongue and lungs in symphony. Slow down, slow down. You want me this second in 10 seconds on Bleecker, where you first imagined a saxophone, where you leaned your body into mine and said, let me go. Let me practice the art of enactment tonight, the letting go, the meandering tongue. Let me have you in plain sight. Let me lift you toward heaven in our time, in Bossa Nova's dawn creeping up on us like a held note.